All right, everybody, it's Dr. Rock, and once again, I'm going to do another one of my top 10s here that was suggested by one of our people that watch the show. All right, so we are going to do top 10 artists that I would like to sit down with and have a cup of coffee. Now, that is a really good one, and the person put alive or dead. Half of these artists are still alive, half are unfortunately have passed away. And congratulations to our winner, that is Annabelle Salas. So you are going to get something. Here we go. Number 10 on my list. Number 10 on my list is, of course, one of my favorite rappers, Eminem. The reason I want to sit down and have a cup of coffee with him is just to really pick his brain on how great of a lyricist he is and how he does his wording and everything like that, and just thank him for all the great music that he's given us, in the years that he's been doing this. So Eminem, number 10. Number 9 on my list is Buddy Holly. Now, this one might surprise some of you, but I grew up with my grandparents a lot in the summers, so I listened to a lot of 50s and 60s music. And Buddy Holly, something about Buddy Holly and his music and the way he performed and everything like that, always been one of my favorite oldies artists. So Buddy Holly, number 9 on my list. Number 8 on my list is old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra, another one of those that I grew up listening to with my grandparents. Had the privilege when I was 6, 7 years old to see the original Rat Pack down in the Twin Cities. My grandma and grandpa brought me to it. Had no idea what I was going to, but the way they sang, the way they acted on stage, it really drew me to want to listen to them more. And I know a lot of Frank Sinatra's music. One of my favorites right there. Frank Sinatra, number 8. Number 7 on the list, one of my first rock concerts I ever went to, Sammy Hagar, 1984, I believe it was. It was my dad that took me to this one. The reason I want to sit down with Sammy Hagar is he looks like he's one of those guys that, just a normal guy you could have a regular conversation with, shoot the breeze, of course, drink some tequila because he's got a huge tequila thing. Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker, man, one of my favorite rockers from back in the day. So Sammy Hagar, number 7. Number 6 on my list, and I'm going to go back a few years, Johnny Cash. The reason why I want to love to sit down and have a cup of coffee with Johnny Cash is just something about his persona, about the way he holds himself, about the songs he sings. Really just pick his brain, again, like I did with Eminem, is really just to find out who the guy really was. So Johnny Cash, number 6 on my list. Number 5 is one of my favorite bands of all time. That is, of course, Metallica. Love to sit down with James Hetfield. He writes 90% of Metallica's songs. Find out really all the demons that he's had inside of him for some of the stuff he's written. And I know that, he's gone through a lot of the alcohol and drug problems. And just to find out how he is, who he is, what his influences are, what he likes, just to get to know him. So James Hetfield, number 5 on my list. Number 4, another one of my favorite rappers of all time, Tupac. Love Tupac. Don't need to say much more about that, man. Tupac was a legend, is a legend. One of the greatest rappers of all time, if not the greatest rapper of all time in my mind. Tupac, the stuff he went through, great rapper. Would love to sit down and catch up with him. And yeah, that's all I need to say about that one, Tupac. Number 3, another one of those unfortunately passed away. I would like to get there before he passed away and really maybe help him get off of the heroin, but that's Bradley Nowell, man. Bradley Nowell of Sublime put out that huge album, died before it came out, never got a chance to really see what that album meant to so many people like myself. A lot of my good and bad times, listen to that album. Good times, maybe even happier. Bad times helped me get through those bad times, man. Bradley Nowell, Sublime, miss you, brother. All right, number 2. This one might surprise a few of you. Of course, it's Bob Marley. Love reggae, love Bob Marley. The way the man spoke, his songs about peace and love and everything that had to do with inner peace and everything. Bob Marley, legend of the reggae world, legend of the music world. That right there is definitely my number 2. Love Bob Marley. Gone too soon. And of course, it's a no-doubter here. If you guys even had to guess what my number 1 was, of course it's Prince. Duh. Prince, favorite artist of all time. He very shy, very secluded guy. Would love to have an interview with him to really sit down and talk to Prince. That man meant so much to me in musically and as an artist and as a Minnesota person, and everything that he did for the music industry, helping people out and everything like that. Prince, my favorite artist of all time, so of course that is the one person I would love to sit down with and have a cup of coffee. So anyway, that's my top 10. Let me know what your top 10 are. Drop them in there. Let me know if there's somebody I may have missed that you would have liked to have met with. So once again, that was Dr. Rock's top 10 artists I'd like to sit down and have a cup of coffee with. Congrats to Annabelle Salas. You are my winner. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your day.